Welcome to an energetic standing splits flow. This is an advanced flexibility flow, so be sure to modify as need be. When you're ready to begin, come to standing, close your eyes, and bring attention to your breath. Go ahead and watch this movement first. You'll sink your weight back into your heels for a squat. Bring your hands by your sides and reach above your head. Lower and lift. Go ahead and move with me. Lower into the squat and lift up. Lower and lift. Lower, lift. Incorporate your breath. Inhale on your way down. Powerful exhale on your way up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And hold in your squat. Forward fold. Back to your squat. Inhale up to standing. Squat, fold. Squat. Standing. Squat, fold. Squat, standing, 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 hold your squat. 3, 2, 1, and fold. You'll walk your hands forward to a downward facing dog. Take this time to gently warm up your hamstrings by bending one knee then the other. Come up high on your toes, walk your feet all the way up towards your hands. Hold here. Stay high on your toes as you walk back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet up towards your hands again. And back to down dog. Up to forward fold. Back to down dog. Up to forward fold. Find balance here. Lift to your fingertips. Maybe you float your fingertips or bring your hands out to either side. Fingertips back down, heels down. I'm going to try that again. Come back up high on the balls of your feet, fingertips down. Maybe you release your fingertips, balance. And release, hands down, heels down. Lift your heels, float your hands. Relax. Walk your feet all the way back to your downward facing dog. Go ahead and drop your heels this time. Inhale your right leg up high. Pull your right knee in towards your chest, then step your right foot up between your hands. Take your fingertips down, begin to straighten and bend that front knee, keeping your back leg straight. Keep your front knee bent as you walk your hands forward. Bring your weight to your front foot as you lift your back leg towards a standing split. Bend gently into your standing leg as you tap your left leg down, then up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Hold it up, take little pulses as small as you can. 3, 2, 1, and relax back to your forward fold. Fingertips down, high in the balls of your feet, float your hands, find balance. Release. Walk back to downward facing dog. Same thing on the other side. Next, inhale, reach your left leg high. Pull your left knee into your chest, then step your foot up between your hands. Begin to bend and straighten into your front leg, keeping your back leg straight. Walk your hands forward, find your standing split. Bend gently into your left leg as you tap your right leg down and up. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Hold it up, little pulses. For 3, 2, and 1, forward fold. Begin to bend your knees, bringing more weight into your hands so that you can jump back to plank, flow through your chaturanga. I'll go ahead and show that one more time, so feel free to watch or follow along. Walk your feet up to your hands. Bend your knees, bringing more weight into your hands. So that you can press into your hands, jump back, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Try it with me. Walk your feet up to your hands. Bend your knees. Abs are engaged. Jump back, lower halfway down, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. 2 more times. Walk your feet up to your hands. Bend your knees. Jump back to chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Last time, feet to hands. Bend your knees. Jump back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Hold in your downward facing dog. Extend your right leg high, pull that knee to your chest and step it up between your hands. Begin to bend and straighten. You'll bend your front knee. Inhale your hands up to a high lunge. Rotate Warrior Two. Reach high as you pivot your hips all the way open. Take a wide-legged forward fold. Take your hands around your ankles if you like more stretch. Hands come down. Walk back to your right leg. Bring your hands forward and your left leg high. Standing splits. Lift, down, lift, down, lift, down, lift, down, lift. Hold it up. Little pulses up here for 3, 2, and 1. Forward fold. Hands down. Bend your knees. Jump back and flow through your chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up high. Lunge your foot up in between your hands. Lunge your foot up in between your hands. Bend and straighten your left knee. Keep your left knee bent. Rise high for high lunge. Open up Warrior Two. Reach both hands up, pivot both toes the same direction, and wide-legged forward fold. Take your hands around your ankles if you'd like more stretch. Walk your hands back to your left foot. Walk your hands forward, standing split. Lift and lower your right leg. Down, lift, down, lift, down, lift. And little pulses at the top. 3, 2, 1. Both feet down. Bend your knees. Flow through your chaturanga. Meet in downward facing dog. Reach your right leg high. Step your foot up between your hands, bend and straighten. High lunge. Warrior Two. Hands up, toes forward, wide-legged forward fold. Hands to ankles. Pivot towards your right knee again. Standing splits. Down, lift, down, lift, down, lift. Little pulses. 3, 2, 1. Release, forward fold. Hands down. Bend your knees and flow through your chaturanga. Reach your left leg high. Step your foot up between your hands, bend and straighten. High lunge. Warrior Two. Both hands up, wide-legged forward fold. Hands at your ankles. Both hands over to your left foot, standing splits, down and lift, down, lift, down, lift. Little pulses. 3, 2, and 1. Both hands down, flow through your chaturanga, meet in downward facing dog. Right leg high. Step your foot up between your hands. Straighten and bend. High lunge. Warrior 2. Wide-legged forward fold. Hands back to your right foot, low lunge. Standing split. Hold. Maybe you reach one hand or both hands around the ankle of the standing leg. Test your balance. Release, forward fold. Flow through your chaturanga. Meet in downward facing dog. Left leg high. Step that foot up between your hands. Bend and straighten. High lunge. Warrior 2. Wide angle forward fold. Hands back to your left foot, low lunge. Hold your standing split. Release to forward fold. Bend your knees, flow through your chaturanga, meet in downward facing dog. Come up high on your toes, walk your feet all the way up to your hands. Come to your fingertips, lift your heels and find balance with your hands at your sides. Drop your heels, sink back into a squat. Bring your hands down by your sides and come all the way up to standing. Release your hands down to either side. Take several big rolls in your shoulders. Recenter yourself, return to your breath. Take your hands to your hips. Lunge your right leg back for high lunge. Open up, warrior 2. We'll begin to work into bird of paradise balance. Take a bind with your left arm underneath your left thigh. Hop your right foot up to meet your left. You'll begin to bring your weight to your right foot as you rise to standing, keeping the bind. To find your full bird of paradise, straighten your left leg and hold. Feel free to pause the video and continue to work on this posture on your own time. Release your left foot to the floor. Step your right leg back. Release your hands and return to warrior 2. High lunge. Step both feet together to standing at the top of your mat. Bend over halfway and lift onto the balls of your feet for balance. Drop your heels. Squat to standing. Same sequence on the other side. Take your hands to your hips. Lunge your left leg back through high lunge to warrior 2. Take your bind behind your right leg. Step your left foot up towards your right. Transfer your weight to your left leg as you rise into your bird of paradise. Keep your abs engaged and your chest open. Bring your right foot back down, step your left leg back, return to your warrior 2, high lunge, and standing. Bend over halfway, lift your heels. Squat to standing. Hands at your hips. Lend your right leg back. Warrior two. Work towards your bird of paradise. Release. Back to warrior two. High lunge to standing. Bend over halfway, lift your heels. Squat and standing. One more time, hands at your hips. Left leg back. Warrior two. Bird of paradise. Take your time. Release. Warrior two. High lunge and come to standing. We'll begin to work towards a different variation of standing split. Keep your left leg down, lift your right knee and reach for your heel. Begin to extend your right knee in front of you. And relax. Same leg, bend your right knee, reach for the bottom of your foot, begin to extend the leg. To take this a step further, pull your shoulder blades together, lift up higher. Then you can begin to bend your elbows, pull your leg up as high as possible. And release. Same thing on the other side. Balance on your right leg, lift your left knee. Reach for the bottom of your left foot and straighten the leg. One more time on this side. Reach for your left foot, straighten the leg, pull your shoulder blades together, then begin to lift the leg as high as possible, bringing it outside your rib cage to find more balance. And relax. We'll try one more time on each side. Lift your right knee. Straighten the leg. Relax. Lift the right knee. Straighten the leg and bring that leg as high as possible. Feel free to bend into the standing leg. Release. Same thing on the other side. Lift your left knee. Grab for the foot, straighten your leg. Release. Lift the left knee, straighten the leg, and pull that leg as high as you are able. Bend the elbows, open your hip. And release. Let's take all this into a flow. Bend over halfway, lifting your heels, find balance. Drop your heels to a squat. Swing your arms to standing. Take your hands to your hips. Lend your right leg back. Reach your hands up to high lunge. Warrior two. Find your bind and work into your bird of paradise. Release. Step back, warrior two. High lunge. Bring your weight into your front foot. Lift your right leg for standing split. Bend into your standing leg slightly as you bring your right leg all the way through. Try not to let the foot touch the floor. Reach your hands towards the bottom of your right foot and work into your standing split. Release. Bend over halfway, lift your heels. Squat. Swing your arms to standing, same flow on the other side. Hands at your hips. Lunge your left leg back. High lunge. Warrior two. Bird of paradise. Release. Step back to warrior two. High lunge. Bring your weight to your right foot. Lift your back leg for standing split. Come all the way through center. Try not to let your left foot touch the floor before you grab it with your hands. Work into your standing split. And release. Bend over, lift your heels. Squat to standing. Hands on your hips. Lunge back, high lunge. Warrior two. Bird of paradise. Step back, warrior two. High lunge. Hands come down, standing split. Bring your right leg all the way through. Reach for the bottom of your foot. Work into your standing split, second variation. And release. Bend over halfway. Lift your heels. Squat to standing. Hands on your hips, lunge your left leg back. Warrior two. Bird of paradise. Release. Warrior two. High lunge. Hands down, standing split. Then draw your left leg all the way through. Reach for the bottom of your foot and standing split. Release. One more time through on each side, and I'll show you something fancy at the end here. Bend halfway, lift your heels. Squat to standing. hands on your hips, high lunge. Warrior 2, bird of paradise. Step back, warrior 2, high lunge, hands down, standing split. Bring your right leg all the way through. If you'd like to try a different variation, you can take your left hand to your right leg, weave your right arm through and open up for a bow and arrow. Feel free to watch that a couple times and try on your own. Bend halfway, squat, and standing. Hands on your hips, high lunge. Warrior 2, bird of paradise. Release, warrior 2, high lunge. Both hands down, standing split. Bring your left leg through. If you like to make it fancy on this side, you can reach your right hand to your left foot, weave your left arm through, and open up for a bow and arrow variation. Go ahead and relax. Shake out your legs a little bit, take a big breath in, and exhale your hands down by either side. Take your hands at heart center. Center yourself. Take your feet wide, toes out to lower down into Malasana or Yogi Squat. Take a big breath in and out. Fill yourself with love and gratitude and good energy. Have a beautiful rest of your day, everyone. Namaste.